Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the press conference of the 23rd European Youth Chess Championship in Budva 2013. My guest today is Grandmaster and former world champion, Mr. Aleksandar Halifman. Good afternoon and welcome. You arrived here in Budva a few days ago and as a coach of some of the Russian players. So what are your predictions here?
Well, it's hard to make any predictions. Okay, let's wait how it will all happen. Okay, right now I'm quite happy to be here. The weather is good, the tournament is organized very properly. Well, nothing special to add. Well, and still I'm glad that the guys whom I'm helping now, they are still in fight, they are still having some chances for good finish, but still too early to say something definite. The most decisive, most interesting rounds are still to come.
Still to come, yes. And what is your professional opinion about, let's say, the position of youth chess in general?
Well, it's good, yeah, it's good that young people are playing chess, that they have possibility to play in such official tournaments like European Championship. Well, I think they are really enjoying here, and well, what to say, that Russian delegation is still, well, maybe not definitely the strongest, but still fighting for first places in all age categories. It means that, okay, Russian Chess Federation at least does some good work in this direction. Well, one more reason to be proud.
Yes. Yes, and also in your professional opinion, what is the most common mistake youngsters are making in their approach in chess?
Well, it's hard to assess it that easily because, okay, there are different schools, there are, well, different methods. Well, one common mistake which I see, okay, in many countries, they are just trusting computers too much. Well, and computer knows a lot, but it's not everything. That I think that, okay, in some cases, this mistake is, let's say, more or less forced, because not in all countries the young players have possibilities to work with good qualified coaches. Well, even in Russia there are some distant areas where it's very hard to get the qualified help. But still, what I can say that working with good coach is very important for the progress, because, okay, computer can give much, but it's not enough at all.
Yes, and you have studied mathematics and mechanics, if I'm correct, at Leningrad State University. So, do you think that education is important to complete the sportsman's, or let's say chess player's mind and character? And what is the role of education in the chess world, if there is any?
You know, in general, of course, education is, of course, a useful thing, but you know, it's very difficult. Once again, it's very difficult to give some, you know, some universal recipe which will be suitable for everybody, because, okay, if the guy, let's say, has very bright prospects in, let's say, reaching the professional heights, belonging to the world very top, then probably, in this case, university might be just a waste of time. Mm-hmm. But once again, it's necessary to judge individually, mm-hmm. because, okay, in general, good education is useful, but not always. Mm-hmm. Something like this. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to talk about this World Championship process. You were a former you won the FIDE World Championship in 1999 in Las Vegas. Also, you have coached Anna Shenina in the world match against Hui Fan. And also we have now an upcoming World Championship match between Anand and Carson. So it is interesting to see your opinion and your impressions from the three different roles. So you were an actor, a coach, and now you will be a spectator.
Well, everything is interesting. Everything is interesting. It was interesting to play myself. Yeah, there were great days. Yes, and coaching is another story, but it's also the work I'm enjoying very much right now. Okay, even when, well, the last experience, let's say this women's world championship match, it was not nothing worked properly. Okay, well, what to say? And watching, at least just following the games from distance is also great pleasure. It does not provide so many stress like playing or coaching. Well, probably.
But there is a thrill missing, maybe there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But sometimes that. Well, after such strong feelings like I had recently in China, I think sometimes it's necessary to have a certain break. So I'll be enjoying this great match, this match between Anand and Carlsen from distance, and it's also a good thing.
And what are your predictions on this match?
Well, nothing special, nothing special. Of course, okay, Carlsen demonstrates great level of play during some last years, and he is a favorite, but there are some things like match experience which will play for Anand, and also India is a very special place. So, well, Carlsen is a favorite, but things are far from clear.
Yes. And who is the best player in the world according to your opinion, and why?
Well, right now, Carlsen, of course. Well, I wouldn't say something original. Yes, okay. I don't think that the difference between him and, let's say, and the rest of the field is such great as we can see in the rating list. I don't think so, but his results are very impressive. He demonstrates very high stability, unlike the other top players who can have good and bad tournaments. And okay, if Carlsen has a bad tournament, it means that he something like takes second place or something like that. Incredibly high level. But I think that okay, there are some promising young stars who can, young and not very young, who can just put some pressure on Carlsen. So it's not like I don't feel like okay, he is definitely the best, but he is not like in open space. It's not so far from the rest of the field.
And for the end, do you have any advice for the young chess players here in Budva, how to proceed in the future, in the next years in chess?
Well, the only universal advice is that chess is great games, and well, it's very. It should not be treated like a hard work, something like this. People should enjoy the game, and then it brings the high results as well.
And the joy, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.